My name is Sawyer Swanson, and I'm a senior athletic training student at Florida Gulf Coast University, and this is my presentation on the transition to practice and the road to success. Going from an undergraduate athletic training program to a real world can be a difficult transition. Going straight from graduating to having your own team can be a very scary thing, especially because now you're on your own, you have to do all the little background things that you've never done before. And there are many paths that you can take to get to your end goal and your dream job. Most of the time, you can take a lot of steps forwards, but you also take some steps backwards. But you can't be discouraged by that because there's still a step. And that step is still going to get you to where you want to be as long as you are focused and not discouraged all the time. No one takes the same road to get to the same destination, so you have to find your own path and your own pace. Here we're going to talk a little bit about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is basically, simply put, steps to take to get to your end goal, to where you want to be in life. Obviously, first off, you have to take care of yourself. Your breathing, your food, your water, shelter, clothing, just anything kind of just natural basics that you have to do to survive. Next is safety and security. That means with your family, a home, your health, employment, just things that you need to kind of keep going and taking another step forward so that you can be successful. Next step up is love and belonging. You're not going to be happy and successful if you don't have that love from your friendship and family, that support that they can give you, and the sense of belonging at where you're working, at home, with your friends. Just knowing that you have someone there for you that cares for you and that you do belong there can really help you go up to the next step, which would be self-esteem. And that kind of feeds off of each other, because if you feel like you belong somewhere, your self-esteem will also increase and be at a good spot where it needs to be. You're having that confidence, that respect from others, and a sense of achievement too. And once you get to that self-esteem, your self-actualization comes through after you have that acceptance and the experience of what you are trying to work at and the meaning of your life and kind of the inner potential that you have that's going to come out eventually. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs is just kind of a way to write it all out so you can see it and kind of test yourself and see where you are on his pyramid. So the first few steps of my road to success and transition to practice will come from the physiological and safety needs of Maslow's hierarchy. So the first two, probably most important steps to transition to practice, is to graduate, first of all, from the undergrad program of athletic training here at Florida Gulf Coast University, and then also to pass the board of certification. During my last semester here, I have studied and prepared to take the BOC, and I'm just now waiting your results. So once those results come in, find out you've passed, you can then go on to the next step. Once I have passed my BOC, I will then register to become a licensed athletic trainer in the state of Florida. The Florida Board of Athletic Training was established to ensure that every athletic trainer practicing in this state meets minimum requirements for safe practice. The practice of athletic training is a privilege granted by the state. The board, through an efficient and dedicated organization, will license, discipline, educate, and when appropriate, rehabilitate licensed practitioners to assure their competence in service. The second thing I will do once I have graduated is presenting my case study, Cape Complications Post Multiple Surgeries in a College Football Athlete, at the NATA Clinical Symposia and AT Expo in Las Vegas. I was selected to present on many students, and this honor will help me further my research in the field of athletic training and give me a chance to expand my network. These next steps to my transition to practice will be through my belonging needs in Maslow's hierarchy. Throughout senior year, I have applied multiple schools for internships and was offered a position as a resident athletic trainer at Florida Gulf Coast to work with the volleyball and cheer team. This is the first step to a long road to success. While gaining experience and working on my own, I will prepare and take the GRE and then apply for graduate schools to complete a master's in healthcare administration. Healthcare admin has been a weakness of mine, so getting a master's in this field would turn that weakness into a strength. And then having this master's will allow me to go down a path to become a director of sports medicine. After applying to multiple graduate assistantships, I will then accept a position and will gain 2 more years of experience while completing my master's in healthcare administration. As I mentioned before, an MHA will help me understand the administration side of sports medicine and will also set me up on a successful path to become part of the administration team and eventually become the Director of Sports Medicine. While completing my graduate assistantship, I will study and prepare to take the CSCS exam. Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialists are professionals who apply scientific knowledge to train athletes with the primary goal of improving athletic performance. They conduct sport-specific testing sessions, design and implement safe and effective strength training and conditioning programs, and provide guidance regarding nutrition and injury prevention. Having this certification, as well as the MHA and BSAT, will make me a better athletic trainer to the athletes, as well as a more competitive applicant to future employers. After I've completed my 2 years as a graduate assistant and earned a master's degree in healthcare administration, I will then accept a position as an assistant athletic trainer. Here, I will continue to gain experience as well as take on more responsibility as the assistant to the head athletic trainer. While doing this, I will study and become a certified nutrition specialist. A certified nutrition specialist is an advanced credentialed profession who promotes healthy lifestyles by guiding people to smart food choices. CNSs have fulfilled the rigorous requirements of the Board of Certification Nutrition Specialists to certify their knowledge of nutrition science. Nutrition was also another weakness of mine, but is a topic that I'm very interested in and I believe would be very beneficial to gain more knowledge in. Gaining more knowledge in this will help me become an even better athletic trainer to my athletes to help those who are struggling with nutrition. This task may be difficult to complete while being an assistant athletic trainer because of the demands of both tasks, but with hard work and dedication, it can be accomplished. I also wish to attend the NATA Symposium that summer and continue to research on relevant topics. These next few steps I will take will be to accomplish my self-esteem needs in Maslow's hierarchy. Next, I will accept a position as the head athletic trainer. This last part will be the self-actualization step in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is the last step in finding out who you are, what your potential is, and what your end goal is. I will then accept a position as the Associate Director of Sports Medicine. Here I will learn the responsibilities of the director, help him or her with whatever tasks they need, and gain experience in the administration side of the sports medicine field. Here I will spend years gaining experience, gaining knowledge, building up my resume, and then applying to be the Director of Sports Medicine. Finally, I will accept a position as Director of Sports Medicine. The primary responsibility is to provide direction and strategic oversight for the Sports Science Institute programs in the general area of sports medicine. This is the end goal for my career as I see it now. But with the steps I have taken in order to reach this goal, I have set myself up in a way that I do not have to stop at Director of Sports Medicine. I can continue on and branch out. There are many open doors out there now for me.